Children's misbehavior is going to happen in every single family. It is a sure thing. And so the way I like to say how we should respond to it is to first be really considerate in our correction. And I want to say be considerate in our correction in two ways. The first way is considerate of who we are. And one thing that really struck me when I was a mom was suddenly I realized I am a fellow sinner correcting another sinner. So I want to do that with grace and compassion. I want to remember the mercy that I've received as I'm disciplining my child when they need correction. And so one of the most important things for me as a mom is to look at my child and not be so frustrated and say, how could you have not gotten this yet? Because the reality is I've been walking with the Lord for years, and there are things I still struggle with. So we need to be considerate of who we are. And we also, in our correction, need to be considerate of who they are. We need to make sure our correction is age appropriate. There are things that are going to be difficult for our children. And sometimes we are asking things of them that they might not be even able to do yet. And so we just need to be considerate as we look at what age they're in as we correct them. The second thing I would say is we need to be calm as we correct them. Proverbs tells us that reckless words pierce like a sword. And as mothers, when we correct our children, we want to make sure that we are calm in our demeanor with them, patient and kind with them, even as we correct them. And then the last thing I'll just say is that we need to be consistent. If one day we discipline something and the next day we don't discipline it, our children are going to be confused as they're walking through their childhood. So we need to be consistent in both our correction of them and our training of them. So daily we're talking about and reminding them of our expectations of them. I need daily reminders of God's expectations of me. That's why I read the Word every day. And our children need constant reminders of how our expectations of them. And that's going to help with the calm as we correct them. So those are the ways, the 3 C's that I would say is consider who you are, consider who they are, be calm, and then be consistent.